Usually 424. There it goes. Usually 424. There it goes. All right. Oh, I need to go here. All right. Well, factory cleanup this morning. I am going to get rid of some of these ships today. I've got to clean up some of this crap out my front yard. All right, so we're up and running. Yeah. So what we're trying to do is we're working out some deals with another streamer. He needs he needs factory production so that he can build stuff. So how you doing, my friend? So we're trying to work through what we need for him and trying to build enough production to help them with what they. The issue with that is that it is a lot, and we have a lot of it. And as with any game, especially factory building game, you have to figure out, build it, and then you find out where your bottlenecks are. You go back, you clean the bottlenecks out, and then we just kind of keep doing that over and over again until we get the factory the way we need it. Right now, our we're electronics and components and stuff like that. We're not producing enough of them to support the items that we need. We have a factory builder. I can't remember who showed us the factory builder page. I literally missed you. Yeah, dude, uh, don't even sweat it, man. I appreciate that you're thinking about it, uh, and I definitely appreciate people rating and stuff. The important thing is that you do rate somebody. Uh, but yeah, usually Tuesday through Saturday, about this time we go every morning. So give or take a little bit. Sometimes I was doing the update this morning, trying to get stuff running. Uh, it's just kind of been a slow morning. And then me and Pete get in discussion sometimes, so I'm a few minutes late. Um, but so we're trying to get that stuff figured out. Trying to make sure that we have what we need to do some pretty good stuff. Last night in Serapis' stream, we picked up another territory on Jago. And then so we're looking at that. It doesn't look like it's got really good stuff. It does have petalite, which is lithium on it, which is we don't have any lithium at the moment. So some lithium is better than no lithium. It was a free location. We got to get a scanner out there and kind of see what else is around the area. But if nothing else, it gives us a foothold at Jago to where we can at least store some things. I actually did all this stuff last night. I need to go to the Nitron. Also, at some point, I need to go out there and pick that up. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go pick it up from my shuttle or not. They just go out there and just see what happens. How you doing this morning, Kaniso? How is the building working out for you? Anyways.
Shut up and take my money.
Donation of $20. Holy crap! I don't even know what to do with that. I do have all the stuff set up, and thank you very much for the donation, Kaniso. I do appreciate it. Normally we take the money straight to Extra Life, but I can just put it on my PayPal. I'll put it over there. Most of the parts on the channel, I don't. The channel, I kind of pour money into it. I treat it like a boat. It's a hole in the water I pour money into. The building is slow. The head is fuzzy today. Yeah, no worries, man. I appreciate it. So most of my efforts go into raising money for Texas Children's. So thank you for the donation. I will get that transferred over into Extra Life. So yeah, I set that up just because like people request it, and I want people to be able to support. But thank you for it. I do appreciate it. I want to let me out of the fucking cake there. But really slow. Yeah, the slow fuzzy heads, man. That stuff happens. I do feel your pain. Yeah, like I said, we're kind of seeing how much effort we can put in. I've got to figure out. I got to get some crap cleaned up out of my front yard today. I got a bunch of stuff, but I'm probably just gonna just destroy it. Because there's a couple of ships I have that are kind of iffy at best.
Shut up and take my money.
So if I tell you I'm giving it to charity, you donate more money. All right then. So thank you. But yeah, so for the most part, we try to do that. I'm still trying to work out the logistics of our Extra Life fundraiser this year, and you may be able to help me out with that, Kaniso. So what I've done in the past years is, especially for donations and stuff like that, I have a list of a bunch of games, and we'll give a bunch of games away. And then we just kind of do all kinds of stuff as we go through the day. And then, but I try to do stuff if we hit goals in the game. But other than just giving away like a ship or something, and kind of following the Serapis plan, right? Where if we hit certain goals, I give away certain ships. But I'm not as good at Serapis with building things. Um, I'm sure I could probably talk to some of the other streamers. I'm sure Drax and hell, I'm sure even you and a couple other people. I'm sure I could come up with enough money and fundage and game that we could I could gather some ships to give away. Uh, the So I'm sure we could do that, but I don't know if there's any other thing, because in the past, so kind of where all this come from is several years ago, and honestly, our best year that we ever had for raising money for Extra Life. Um, we were playing a game called Fortress Craft Evolved. I can't speak this morning, but we were playing a game called Fortress Craft Evolved, and there's a mechanic in the game where if you, it's a tower defense game. So when you're playing the game, there's an item you can put in, and as long as it has power to it, it basically makes the things that are attacking you much more angry. Basically raises your threat by 5%, and there's no real cap on it. So somebody decided that it would be a great idea if every time somebody donated $5, I put another one of these machines and attached it to basically an unlimited power supply. Um, and So as things went, we ended up getting to some. We got so much threat in that game that we were starting to break the game. Like the developer was just like, that you're not supposed to do that. it was bad. But we raised a lot of money for the charity that year. I think that year we raised, it was like $1,700 that we raised for the hospital. So doing things like that are great, because anything that's additive that makes the game harder. Now I understand like that's not really possible in here. Um, and obviously I don't want to do anything that like you know destroys the gameplay, right? Because if I do something that like you know uh well, I wouldn't really be able to destroy my ship, but like, yeah, yeah, we were seriously breaking the game. Like, so the bugs are supposed to fly in, right? And they were moving so fast that they were basically entering the laser range and flying past where they were supposed to hit before they died. And like, it was insane. I think I calculated it out that I launched like 50,000 missiles in like 10 minutes. Like it was just, it was honestly, it was so much fun though. It was a great time. Um, like it just seriously was a blast. And then the developer tried to fix the problems with that from where we broke the game in a fringe case like portion of the game, and ended up making it where we couldn't do that anymore. So, but I don't have any idea of how to do stuff like that. 'Cause obviously, like I'm not going to take my ship into PvP space. Like that's not, you know, set my because if I set my ship out in PvP space and it just gets blown up, then like I would rather give the ship away. Um, the And all joking aside, like the ships that I do have, my Inquisitor, um, like all that stuff, like any of those ships I have, uh, all joking aside, like I will do some shady shit to raise money for Texas Children's. Um, and simply because and we've gone into this before, but Texas Children's is very important to me for several reasons. Like they've helped my family out so much. My niece, myself, like pretty much every kid in my family, like every kid that I know of. Every time I talk to somebody, they have a kid or a grandkid or somebody that's been in that hospital. That hospital has helped. They help so many people, and that's one children's hospital, and they're all over the place. Uh, but me personally, if it wasn't for Texas Children's, I wouldn't be able to walk. I'm completely convinced that the only reason I can walk is because of that hospital. So when I was about 9 years old, I cut my foot in half. Uh, and a lot of times people are like, "Oh, I cut my foot in half." No, no, no. I cut my foot in half. So I stepped on a glass in the floor, and I cut from the bottom of my foot to the top of my foot on the arch all the way to the bone. Um, and cut everything. The tendons, the veins, muscles, everything on the inside of your foot. I cut it all. Um, so the doctor flat told me as a 9-year-old little kid that I would never run again. Flat told me in the emergency room. I remember it like it was yesterday. Dr. Flat told me, "Yeah, you're never going to run again. You're done, dude." And then he told my mom, uh, I found out later after we raised the money, I told my mom, and my mom's like all crying and tearing up and doing mom things. Um, she told me the story of all of it because I didn't realize it was Texas Children's that actually put my foot back together. And of course, which made her even sadder because here I am raising up money for a hospital I didn't even know helped me. Um, but she told me that I remember my mom being really sad, but it's because I thought I was because I was hurt. It was because the doctor told her that her little boy was never going to walk again. So somehow that team, like it was they did amazing work. And like I'm just one example of a very very you know large group. Um, but they put my foot back together. I spent 12 hours in the operating room. They stopped counting at 200 stitches on the inside of my foot, and I'm able to walk. I'm able to run. I don't like running, but who likes running? Like you got to be a special. Yeah, yeah. And that may be so. And I try not to ask a bunch of that stuff beforehand, like too much. Like so, all joking aside, like I don't want to come in and uh, try to take over, you know, other people's streams and stuff like that. I find it much more effective for me to come in and kind of get to know the community, kind of to do it the right way. Um, because a lot of people come in and like the like I don't announce I'm a streamer. I don't like I want whoever's running their stream to know that to find out that I'm a streamer and be like, oh, you stream and you support other people. Okay, that's great. To me, that's the correct way to do it. Um, because me going into somebody's stream and announcing I'm a streamer, like I'm trying to. It's almost like I'm trying to steal or trying to compete with them, and that's not what we're trying to do. I'm not here to compete. I'm here to help. I'm here to help other streamers and to build each other up and to get better. And you know, if I know something and I can help with something, I want to do that. Like if that makes sense. Um, as opposed to trying to, because even like I only have 800 something followers. Like I've been doing this for 7 years. My channel grows really, really slow because I'm not super worried about it. Matter of fact, I turned down another sponsorship this morning. Granted, I've turned down that same sponsorship 3 times because I want to be able to sleep at night. Because the money from that place, I refuse to accept. I don't give a shit how much they offer me. Just, I'm gonna be able to live with myself. Yes, it was again, and it was good money. Like I was freaking stupid money. Like I don't know how. Like I get why people freaking do it, but I won't. I just won't do it. You do. They have it was on Streamlabs. They offered it through Streamlabs. I won't support it. I can't. Uh, Mr. Stroyer, how you doing this morning? Thank you for the host. Yeah, I don't know. Like that's the quickest way if you want me to stop stop watching your YouTube video or you out is to support that game. Oh god, I hate that game so much. I hate the idea of it. Just the whole microtransactions and uh like I don't like I get it. Like I understand, they're trying to, and it works. They make money. Hell, look at freaking Diablo Immortal. Like it's insane. And there's already that game hasn't even been out a week. Hasn't even been out a week, and there's already people that have spent
Shut up and
like
take my money.
ridiculous money. And a subscribe this morning too. Holy cow! I am freaking raking in the doughs today. Thank you for the continued subbing. How are you doing today? Doing fine. Great. Close up there. It's in there somewhere. 97% close enough. Good game to take a poop to.
Shut up and take my money.
Cheese and rice, man. Thank you for the sub. Oh, jeez. You guys are killing me. Oh, what are you doing? But yeah, so dude, honestly, like I'm not like I'm still torn on like subs and stuff. Like my other prompt too, and I need to send you that message. Because that's the other thing too, is like I don't have how dare you? You guys are amazing. I need to send you the stuff because I don't have even the
Shut up and take my money. Shut up and take my money. Shut up and take my money. Shut up and take my money.
And
Shut
we're
up and
and
take my
now
money.
we're donating
Shut up
subs
and
too.
take my money.
Well, let's see. Oh, Van Herk is new. Nichu, Azunovox, and Trigger have been in the channel forever. And then I don't even recognize the last name. So thank you for the donated subs also. Oh my lord, this guy. All right, I'm just doing that. That's close. I gotta change that music. So I need to get emotes built for the channel. I'm not good at it, and I need somebody to help. Oh my lord, this is a day. Well, thank you guys for making today doing well. So yeah, and I know you said your girlfriend, fiance, yeah, you said she's an artist. So okay, yeah, I try not to apply the
Shut
wrong
up
label.
and take my money.
What are you doing? Oh, just hitting all the buttons today. Oh, is that what's going on? Oh, the high chain is closed. Okay. Yeah. Oh God, speaking of hype trains, so they did the thing a while ago where they tied boosting the channel to the hype train. That lasted a day. It was less than 24 hours because Twitch did what Twitch does. When one more what needs to be a different person. Oh, okay. It's fine. I'm not super worried about it. I don't even know what the hype. Does the hype train just give you guys emotes now, right?
Shut up and take my money. Shut up and take my money.
So basically, his emotes. Yes, nice. Oh, what am I doing? What is this? Am I out of what the? Can I stop my break? Oh, does it not have work? That's fine. Okay, that makes sense. Those are my training modes. Nice. I'm yes. Exactly. Because the Twitch does what Twitch does. Like any chance that like that's we can't have nice things because of it. But the problem is they Twitch themselves allows that stuff onto the platform. Like it don't stop it. So like I would never support it, but it's been several times where that has happened where they because what was the other one? Didn't they like promote some dude a while ago that somebody had hacked his channel and showing that stuff on it too? It's just not good. It's not. Oh god, there is no gravity on this place. But every chance that the people on people on Twitch get a chance to do that every time. So, but as soon as that came out, I was like, oh yeah, this isn't gonna go well. I guess a good idea, but being able to pay for a boost or something, like I never really I was like, this is a bad point. This isn't gonna go well. All right, so with all that this morning, so I'm still trying to figure out a way to do this. I need to talk to Nerdy. I've been trying to figure out a way to get Nerdy in here because I think, especially Nerdy with the way he builds and stuff like that, if we can supply him the materials that he needs, and more importantly, Nerdy has the time and the time he can get in here. I think he would do well. He would do extremely well in Dual Universe. Some of the stuff he's built for us in the past is just amazing. So much so that like I'm halfway tempted to try to go. I want to pull some of his past stuff. I wish I could just push a button and pull it from Minecraft into here. But trying to get that stuff in here and trying to get the Hall of Heroes in. The trick will be is with the Hall of Heroes is going to be trying to get the statues in. And I'm pretty sure if I can look around, I'm sure I can probably find somebody that's made a voxel library for like a statue. Jesus Christ, Mr. Stoyer. Thank you. Thanks for killing me today. I love you guys so much. So now that being said, my goal, it says my goal is $1,000. My goal is $4,000. I've been formulating some plans. I've been thinking about getting an extra life tattoo, and I've been dealing with it for a couple of years, trying to figure out because I don't have any tattoos, but extra life is important enough to me that I'm toying with it. But if we raise the let me rephrase that. When we hit $10,000 total raise for extra life, I'm gonna do it. So that's I don't have any tattoos though. But we're gonna eventually do that. I just think that's a good, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Oh, not enough storage to perform this operation. That's good. So that puts us at a little bit for this year so far. Crap. Now I gotta come here. Nope. No, I don't want to do that. I thought I set that thing up to do that. Go in the link container thing. Yeah, so but this year Extra Life come out with a thing, so they have a challenge coin. And when you raise 10,000 total for Extra Life over your years, you get the challenge coin. And unfortunately last year we missed our goal. Last year was the first year that I didn't receive a medal. Yeah. Yeah. I have several of them. I need to put the other one up over there. I have it somewhere like that someplace. Now, of course, fortunately with the mic, where I move the mic to it, can't see the stickers anymore. Maybe I'll put a sticker on the side. Seems like a good place for it. Yeah, we'll get that. I'm sure we'll get there. Oh yeah, more stickers. It adds extra megahertz to the processor with extra life stickers on your computer. That's how it works, right? If stickers add horsepowers to cars, it adds megahertz to your computer, right? Oh God, today's been a good day so far. But yeah, so and then like I said, we're playing Dual Universe. As always, we're playing, raising money for Extra Life and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested in playing this, I will tell you, it's a greedy game. It likes its RAMs and its megahertz. So it's like I can play it on my laptop, but my laptop is a i7 7700 HQ with a 1060, and it now has 32 gigs of RAM in it. It will run on my laptop. My laptop's not super happy about it. I pretty much have to run my fans at full blast to try to keep the thing from melting down. I don't have to run them at full blast, but I'm like, it's in the grand scheme of things, it's usually a better idea. The cooler you can keep your processor and stuff, the better off you are. And yeah, definitely never enough. And t-shirts too. You gotta have all the Extra Life t-shirts. Very, very important. Have to bring the shuttle out here real quick to see how much of this stuff I can bring back. But yeah, so like I said, I've said it before and I've said it several times. If you guys are going to play this game, please make sure you find somebody's refer a friend account. I have my link. You're more than welcome to use it. I do not like. I'm not going to be upset if you don't use it though. Like if you have somebody else's you want to use, if you have somebody else that's you want to help them out, I'm fine with that. It's more important to me that you use someone's refer a friend account than whether you use mine, because the benefits to you as a new player it gives you a really nice head start. So it's more important that you have the link than me trying to guilt trip you into using mine. Like I'll eventually have the points I need, and I'll get to a point where like more stuff on my refer a friend isn't going to change anything for me. It's not gonna like it, yeah, it'll push me further into it, but I'm gonna rapidly get to a point where I don't have uh, uh, I won't need more, right? I'll have all the cosmetics open unless they open more cosmetics. I mean, even if they open more cosmetics, then I'll end up having those pretty rapidly, probably too. Uh, so that stuff I'm not super worried about. I'm more worried about as a new player, you getting the million talent points because I don't know why. Like, I don't know if it's just because I'm too close to the edge of the map here or something. But these things all seem to be offset from where the miners are. And then we do have the if you are playing the game, I do have my creator code for this thing also. So if you're buying a monthly subscription or something through the game and use the my creator code, I get a 5% kickback. Okay, well that's it. Okay. Just missed it by that much. Oh, God, I don't even know where to go from that now. Oh, today's been Okay, why did they jump up again and not give me a link? Okay. Yeah, so the sub emotes and stuff like that, those I'm kind of a little bit more open to. If she's interested, whether we just set up some time. I know you guys are in England, I think, right? So that means our timing is a little bit weird. Uh, Sorry, somebody else donated money. Oh, it was the Peter. Thank you for the donation, Peter. Um. Oh. Yeah. Well, I had to put them in a metal box so you stop stealing them. Yeah. Don't listen to me like that. This was your fault. What do you say? You say thank you? You want it? Don't you take my finger off. I saw you getting ready. All right. And then you tell Mr. Stoyer thank you. Yes, it is. It's an ammo box for dog treats because they keep finding the bag because the house I live in is old, so the door doesn't always shut. And I didn't shut the door all the way when I went to work one day, and I had the bag of dog treats. And when I come home that night, I had to go buy more dog treats. So I was looking, I was like, oh, I need to get a metal box to put the dog treats in because that'll stop the dogs from getting into the dog treats. And then I was looking and like an ammo box popped up on Amazon. I was like, I already have one of those. Then I have several of those. I live in Texas, man. Like, all joking aside, but oh yeah. Oh, and then not only that, but Cinder's she's a Black Lab German Shepherd mix, we think, and Mika is Black Lab German Shepherd and Husky. So they're both incredibly intelligent. And Mika's he's a little crackhead. He's if you've never had a but yeah, he's smart. I have to when I walk him because I have to walk him. I live on a fairly busy street. The speed limit on my street's like 30 miles an hour. People regularly do like 90. Well, not 90. They do like 50, 60 miles an hour. And I'm really afraid that they're going to get hit. Uh, so when I take them out, I walk them on a lead, even though I live out in the middle of the country. Because the town I live in has it, it's got a 4-digit population. Like it's tiny. Yeah. So, but Mika, they have just a regular collar on them. It's just a cloth collar, and so I walk them. And Mika's figured out what he'll do is he'll pull against the lead, And as soon as you go to pull the lead back, he'll jump up, spin 180 degrees, and back up, and he'll pop the collar off of his head. And then he'll just look at you like, "Ha! Look what I did!" And he's gone. And as soon as he does that, then Cinder will look at me and go, "What is he going to run around for?" So I have to put a full body harness on him and lock him in so he can't sneak out of it. And then he still tries every once in a while. But now now if I go and like touch the harness in the living room because it's hanging up by the door, if I touch the harness, it usually makes like a tink noise when I take it off the hook. And if it makes that tink noise, don't be between him and the door. Yeah. Oh yeah, Mika's opened the door before. He's opened the front door. Like if I leave the house, I have to lock the door when I leave the house. Because if I don't, he's opened the door. And he knows he's done it too. Because he knows he's done it. Because he just looks at you and smiles. He just laughs. Jerk. Love him to death though. What the other cat? Well, cats themselves are special. Like cats in their cats are they're a bit special. All right, I need to go. I'm just gonna go run there real quick. I need to go pick up all that ore. I don't think you guys have seen this freaking damn shuttle that I use. So this is another crazy thing that I won from Seraphis. And this thing is special. I did paint it. I made some small changes to it. Have to vector tab. Break out of vector. Zombie. Scored got the processor behind it. Nice. Or not. Very few episodes. That can be I don't want to leave the fuel here. Yeah, that's not super important, Pete. Obviously, your health is more important, and you get some rest. It was just it's important to you. I know it is, but yeah, no. If that the way we can do that, if that works, then just give us a button so that way it helps. It just helps support the community and stuff like that. So. Yeah, so the tab, what Pete was referring to there, is a bot that I have running in the background that Pete had made for me. And yeah, so basically what it does is it's team announcer bot, and what that basically allows us to do is it checks the teams that I'm on Twitch, and oh, it basically whenever somebody talks in channel, it looks at all the teams that they're on Twitch, and then it looks at all the teams that I'm on Twitch, and if any of those match, then it basically gives them an auto shout out. It does a bunch of other stuff in the background too. Yeah, I know it should have been a whisper, but oh, was it a whisper? Did it not come into the channel? Oh, the thing is that thing kills me. Am I just fucking on my butt now? Okay. Oh, for the health thing. It's fine. It's I've paid a whole lot of money for that. I haven't paid anything for that program. He's done it out of the kindness of his heart, being Pete. But the program is amazing. It does some other stuff for me in the background. Also, I like running stealth giveaways. Um, so as instead of announcing to people that I'll do giveaways, every once in a while I'll start a giveaway in the background, and by typing text in, or just entering a chat message, it will enter you automatically to it. And after a certain amount of time, it will just it picks a winner from everybody that's talked in the channel. Uh, I've found that was a much better way to kind of do a giveaway than announcing it and have everybody jump in, and because the whole point is I want to be able to reward the people that are supporting the channel, and having somebody come in, talk in the channel, and do things like that. Those are the people that are actually supporting the channel. The people that are throwing subs out and donating money to Extra Life. Those are the people that are supporting the channel. So the people that have come in, that are supporting and are hanging out and helping build the community, those are the people I want to give things back to, not necessarily uh, you know announcing that I'm doing a giveaway and having uh, people that come in literally just for the giveaway, and then I'll never see them again. So, right, so we're going to Addison 3. So we're point. All right. All right. So this thing's oh, see image. I don't know why my rocket fuel says I'm at 75%. I'm clearly not at 75%. Clearly at 100%. I need to set up another fuel station that just has like some of all the fuel in it. Dang it. Want to equip it. Yes. But yeah, so Team Announcer Bot is an amazing program. It does great things in the back, because I hate, especially if somebody's on my team, uh, like Evie and Mr. Damaged, and several other people that come in and hang out and support. I don't always remember, and Team Announcer Bot last week did not have to. All right, so this thing's a little special. It has no atmospheric engines on it. So instead, use rockets. You just have to make sure you don't go too fast, because you will blow the ship up. Nope. Slow down. Yes. I may have completely blew this thing up last night. I got distracted. Surface. Somebody had built a red dwarf ship, and distracted me. Yeah, I haven't yet. I've just been leaving it alone. I did add so the stuff on the outside, the small containers on the outside, I added those because it's built to be able to contain those. And then I also brought the bumper on the outside of it. I brought that out to kind of cover also, because if not, when you put the containers on it, it kind of hides that design feature. I kind of like the way it looks, so I added it back. And then I changed and added some purple to it, just because, well, purple. You gotta be careful with purple in this game, because it's all got patterns on it, and it can look really bad really fast. Get this thing set up to work out there. Oh yeah, that's. Yeah. Oh yeah. Because if not, I've burnt myself up a few times. I've singed some parts. Let's finish my. Then I got to change the. There's a force field that covers the top of the passenger compartment. I want to change that to purple too. And then at some point set it up so that as soon as I'm in the seat, it puts the force field on. But yeah, no, it's a cool little ship. The rocket boosters use quite a bit of fuel though. I'm getting better at using them, but I still try to fill up pretty much. I try to go out someplace and come back, and try to fill the fuel back up, because if not, I think I can get I can go out to this place, pick up the stuff I needed, come back, or go to someplace else and then come back. But that's pretty much my limit, and I've been keeping some fuel inside of it just to be safe.
Passengers immobilization starting. Warp sequence initiated.
Oh, and then I found out too, at least with this, I can auto orbit. God, it's so much nicer when you come into a planet now. Takes a little bit longer to get in sometimes, but it's lots safer. Just letting me drive. Oh, let me drive is not a safe planet. Oh, because I needed to go to Talamay. That's why.
Passengers released.
That's why those are on different places. Oh, let me go ahead and slow down a little bit. Oh, that was moving. HTC is great for all, but frames are better. What? You like frames? Frames are the good. But yeah, so honestly, I love Dual Universe. Like it so far, it's just an awesome game. It allows us to do a lot of things, and I kind of wish it's a double-edged sword, right? Because like it would have been great, like to hit the game 2 years ago, uh, like as soon as it come out of alpha, and spent all the time and had some massive space engine speed shut off reads. What? I don't understand. What the hell was that? um, but at the same time, like if we would have hit this 2 years ago, or as soon as the beta started, where we could have started streaming it, we may have either at this point be burned out to where we didn't want to continue to play, or it's hard to say. I'm grateful for the game where it is now, us being able to play it now, and the way the community is. The community is definitely a lot smaller right now, and it is definitely uh, a lot more of the dedicated players are in the game right now. So it is what it is. We still have no information. We're not going to have any information on the stuff that we have right now that's going on, because the developers don't know. They've given us the information that they have, which is, hey, we're not going to wipe unless we have to, but we may have to. But that's been the way it is since the game was released. Is we're not going to wipe unless we have to, but we may have to. Like that's all they've said, and that's enough. Even though that has always been there, has been enough to upset the community, and a lot of people have pulled out of the game, um, to and protest because they said they may have to wipe. Like I'm just having fun with the game. I'm just having a good time. It's you know I'm having a good time with it. And whether they wipe, they don't wipe. Yeah, it's and they're upset, and they think that The problem is by as messed up as it is, the people that have pulled out of the game because they might wipe are an even bigger reason that they're going to wipe. Because now we have all this stuff that's basically just abandoned sitting on all the planets, and it makes the game look worse because if there's less people playing it. So if the people were still playing the game, there'd be more of a reason for them not to wipe. Like it's so
Warp
right.
sequence initiated.
It's such a screwy thing that yeah, and now because of all the stuff that all the people that have left and everything that's flooding the market, it's destroying the market right now. The market is so screwed up. I'm still trying to figure out, like, so I have a rather large shipment that we're putting together for Serapis. And honestly, from the initial, hey, this is kind of our idea, to what he actually ordered, is actually fairly small compared to what we kind of built for. Because I'm building basically all of the data components. So when I say data, I mean like programming boards, the data banks, the and or nor XOR, all of the logic gates, the sensors, the receivers, the transmitters, the emitters, like all of that stuff. I'm building all of it. And trying to go through, especially with like the emitters and the receivers, some of those things are like $300,000, $400,000 a piece, and he wants like 1,000 of them. Oh, we're having to rethink our strategy. But so I'm trying to figure out the proper way to price that stuff, because I'm not trying to screw him over. Like I'm not trying to, you know,
Warp sequence completed.
like he's doing it so that he can build up
Passengers
and
released.
build stuff and give it to people and stuff like that. The dude's trying to support his own panel and stuff like that. Honestly, all joking aside, it's almost worth my, you know, promoting stuff just to you know, as long as we can recover the money so we can continue to build. That's the important part. Because I want to continue building the factory and be able to expand our factory out and be able to produce more and more stuff, and more importantly, be able to pay for the places that we have where we're trying to pull the ore in and stuff like that. We need to be able to pay for our mining. So I just need to figure out kind of what the a fair price, because the numbers, like, we've only been playing like a month, and the numbers that we're throwing around right now are ridiculous. like some of the numbers that I've seen thrown around for some of the stuff that we're building, just it's scary. I don't know what to do. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. All right, I'm gonna slow down because there's no atmosphere on this place, and coming in too hot ends in boom. Yeah, so right now the game's kind of in a weird place. The market's flooded with a bunch of scrap, our salvaged items. It's just a lot of stuff that's not conducive to the game going live in its current state. And the longer people stay out, the longer we miss stuff. Like I said, the thing that I'm worried most about is that if if they do a wipe, losing some of the creative stuff that has been built in the past. Initial market value based estimate put the over like yeah. So we're trying to just like, hey, what's the ore selling for? And like just plugging the numbers into a calculator, it was like 300 million. I'm like, I don't even know, like 300 million. I'm like, I'm just gonna go to Penso's shop and just buy everything. Just take just all of it. Between them and Drax. But now that being said, if I'm able to do that though, um, honestly, at that point, then I can, because if I'm able to generate that much money in the game, and from that, I will be able to give away some massive ships. Like I seriously, I will go find what's the really crazy ship that Cedrea wanted the other day. There's some massive crazy ship that's it has like 3 other ships that are attached to it, and the only problem with doing something like that and giving something like that to especially a newer player makes it really hard to uh like giving that to a new player is a death knell, like because they'll never be able to afford the gas. Hell, much less the warp cells. Like the warp cells alone, trying to fly something like that would be insane. And taking something like that out in a PvP space, like you're dead. Like somebody ever sees you, you're slow boating. I can't remember the name of that damn thing. But yeah, so I would have no problem like saving up for some massive ship like that, and basically buying it and just giving it away. I like if we can raise money for the hospital and that's what I got to do to do that, not a question in my mind. All right, kind of coming in slow because this is one of those places that it pays to be cautious, because there's very little gravity here. The moon is kind of it'll sneak up on you, and you notice it says it doesn't say it just says collision. It's like, hey, you're going to hit the moon, by the way. And with it being that gray color, it's really hard to judge the distance. It says I'm 400 meters up, but it looks like I'm a lot closer. Yeah, so eventually I got to go back in. I've got to make a crap load more components and electronics and stuff for the factory. And if I can do all that stuff, uh, we'll have plenty of production. The real issue with the production is going to be more of a trying to produce it on a regular basis because the current request is to basically get a large amount of items on a very regular basis. And doing that stuff on a regular basis is where the problem comes in. Because if it's like, hey, here's this order that we need this week, and we may not need that for another 6 months or something. That's one thing, but it's like, hey, here's this pretty good size order. Yeah, I'm gonna need that again in like 2 weeks. I'm having trouble doing the first one right now. So we're trying to figure out what all I need to do or what Pete and I need to do. That's not good. Come on, you can go down. Go down. Not super worried about. I should have had. There. Someone take the sodium back with me. I have like a lot of the other stuff on the planet. I actually picked these up specifically for the sodium. We need sodium for space fuel. Yeah, the Turgot X1. Look, mining a keeping progress. Well, and then that's gonna be the other thing too. Is I do want to get if we can start finding people that do want to do asteroid mining. I want to go do asteroid mining. I would really be happy if they give us ship mining. I don't think they will. I don't think they're going to let us mine from a ship. Because as soon as they allow me to mine from a ship, then it greatly reduces the amount of other people mining. But I do appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out. Yeah, so I'll have to look at talking to maybe have to talk to somebody. Either that I may just need to start building a ship. That may be what I need to do. Because I think looking at it, I think I could probably do it. I have some ideas. Maybe we'll just build some crazy large core with just completely overpriced for awesomeness, and just see what kind of crazy stuff we can get into. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. And PvPing, like that would be, would be nice to be able to go the mining in that way, but we'd have to have either an entourage to protect us or get a get lucky. Because I don't think I'd want to take a large mining ship. Like I'm not going to take my orca into deep space. Because that's what caused me to stop playing Eve. What is it, Anthony McGoo? It's general chats, moving along today. It comes and goes in waves. I noticed a lot of stuff in this game does kind of come to. Bring it back. 7,500. No, 13,000 nitron. Eh, not bad. I've done worse. Good amount of iron too. Fine, fine. When you start going forward, that'd be great. Fine, I'll give it some power. Get a little distance between us and the moon. Warp back to base here. Unload this stuff. And you got in the front yard and dismantle some of the things that are sitting around. Oh. Doing over there? All right. See what else kind of trouble we can get into today. The good news is I still got work today. One of my coworkers came down with something. I don't know 100% what happened to him. I just know he's not feeling well.
Passengers immobilization starting.
So I haven't had the day off yet.
Warp sequence initiated.
So I got called into work Sunday and last night. He's not sure he's going to make it back anytime this week. he's really not feeling well. So, but it all works out. So I've got a little bit of overtime, so that helps. That'll make life a little bit easier. But so got a lot of work to do, and we'll get to work in the end of the day and kind of see what kind of chaos is going on there. So just right now, and then so there's 5 people in my office. 2 of them are on vacation this week. One's out sick. So me and the other guy are just down the floor. Just, just trying as much as we can to just keep the office going. Some days that's all you got. All right.
Warp sequence completed. Passengers released.
See, I don't think I've ever brought this thing this loaded. And it may be this is definitely going to be a test. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. Well, a lot of that stuff is going to go down price wise too, because like stuff is only worth as much as somebody's going to sell it for. So, and if you take the entire server and you're selling something that's sells for 350 million or something, but nobody buys them, it's great for me to say something is worth 350 million credits, but if I don't actually sell it, it's worth 0 credits. If I can't use it. Slowly towards the planet. It's okay. So I'm gonna come in. I'm just gonna use now that we're closer. I'm gonna wait to get a little bit closer. Always good when your your orbit thing says that you're gonna It's negative 1.2 billion or 120 million meters. That's awesome. Power. Just coasted. Yeah, so our factory is definitely starting to do better. We're starting to produce the items that we need. We're finding out now that the components are basically what we need. So I need to be able to build a crap load of components. That being said, also, Kaniso, I don't know if you're still around, but if you do need data like cores and programming boards and stuff like that, we're starting to produce them. I have a fairly large order that I'm trying to fill. But once that's filled, if you do need other stuff, let me know. We can definitely work some stuff out. So what I've done is I've told this thing to enter orbit at 7.3 kilometers out. And then so it's basically on autopilot right now. And it will start coming in to do what it can to get me there. We're going to find out rather quickly whether or not I've got enough power to keep however much this thing weighs off the planet. I know Therapist carries a little bit more weight on his ship, but I think he's got better pilot skills than I do. The days. So scary watching this thing do it because I'm not touching the keyboard right now. Like this is all automatic. Like, oh, that's not good. That's full burn. Turn, you crazy bastard. I'm touching the keyboard now, that's for sure. That's not good. All right, so it will slow me down. I'm gonna land my ass in the freaking water though. Well, I saved it, kinda. No, a stall warning. Oh, that's a big stall warning. I may have been a little heavy. See, I told you I was worried. So I'm out of rocket fuel. But the good news is my ship didn't explode. How far? I'm afraid to find out how far away I am. Oh, 1.16 SU out. I'm out of rocket fuel, so I can't get off the planet. This thing's now a paperweight. I want to get it out of the water because trying to land on the water is just dangerous. Let's see if I have. I don't think I have. Get to land here real quick. See how far away the nearest market with rocket fuel is. If I can get 20K rocket fuel, I'll at least be able to boost back into orbit. Maybe if I can at least get into orbit, then I may have a chance of. Actually, they left big holes. And it sucks that, like, especially on ships like this, that it was a decent ship. All right. Let's see, right. 77 kilometers. Market. Neat. I for the seller. If I can actually carry it, in and of itself may be a problem. Play this game now, huh? All right. How far do I got to run to be able to put my ship down? So, back. If there's anything to take care. The good news is in a couple of days, all the stuff's gonna be starting to disappear off the server, which is gonna make it even more fun. Because as soon as all stuff starts disappearing off the server, I'm sure the server's gonna lag out again as it's deleting things. Hey, look at that. This we're playing. And this is why you make sure you have a pocket ship. And having a pocket ship that does stupid amounts of speed is helpful. Go cool gadget, go faster. This thing is so dumb. Then it's another ship that I won. Oh, speaking of things that I need to go buy now. Now that I actually have enough money to do it, I need to get I want to get a Nimbus from Serapis. the Nimbus is great. It's basically a vertical hover platform used for aging ships and like recovering things. So I'm going to basically get a Nimbus, and then I'll use it to make a spot where I can hover it, and, land it on my Orca, and then I'll be able to more efficiently use the Orca, and then more importantly, because the Orca can carry a lot of weight, and that will allow me to get back and forth to the Orca to move things on top of it. As long as I never land it on the ground, I should be fine. If I ever land it on the ground, though, I'm screwed. All right. See how much this stuff I can actually carry. All of it. Oh, goody. That. Well, this has worked out well so far. I just pop over to the gas station. All right, so I may need a better hauling ship. The warp shuttle to go get my ore. That may have been a bad plan. I might need something with more lift. I probably should use my rebellion to go do that. I was trying to be cheap. It saves some warp cells though. I need to get something that probably has at least probably some at least some so I'll need to look at another hauler. The Orca would be great, but trying to go that far and only picking up two buildings, it's not cost effective. The Orca weighs too much, and we use too many warp cells to get out there. So I need to probably take some more boxes out there, increase the storage that I have. And just kind of go from there. You too. well, some people's children. I'm gonna make enemies real quick. This is honestly, like, all joking aside, uh, probably my favorite game. Like, seriously, all joking aside, I the promise and the stuff that we're able to do in this game, uh, it just it amazes me. The fact that, like, I love Space Engineers. This channel was founded, like, the first game we played was Space Engineers. Um, and I don't know if it was the first game we played, but it was definitely one of, the initial people joining. Uh, this guy's making a lot of. I love the fact that the dude in general just says no one watches this game stream and no one streams it. Man, we don't have a lot of people in here, but I am streaming it and people are watching it. So you have to be careful when you make all encompassing statements. Just saying, dude. Like it. It's great. I love it. It's awesome. Speaking of which, can I have your stuff? If you're leaving, it's I love this game. Buy stuff like this sounds. Oh, and, don't get me wrong. The game has some stuff that could be done better. The problem is especially with a player-driven economy, the economy and the is only going to do as well as the people playing the game. So if you have a shortage of people playing the game, it causes problems, right? Because if I don't have people to buy and sell my stuff, then it's really hard for me to buy and sell my stuff. So as in a time like this where the servers are not a lot of people on it and not a lot of people playing, it amplifies the problem, right? That's not the best. I needed 20,000, not 2,000. Okay, that's not going to get me anywhere. All right. Numbers are hard, people. Numbers are hard. All right. We're going to go to plan B. Plan B, I'm going to go back to my base and grab a larger ship. It comes back. And everybody's entitled to their opinion. But the real problem with the game right now is that the community has kind of left because they're afraid of a wipe, and the developer can't say one way or another because I don't believe that the developer has the answer to whether there's going to be a wipe or not. I don't believe they actually have the information. So, and with them not having the information, it's really hard to say one way or another whether or not there's going to be a wipe, because they can't answer that question, because no matter what they say right now, it may not be the truth, and then that would just make things even worse. So, but still, until the wipe kind of gets figured out, and hopefully, like there's nothing else out there that's going to be like, I'm sorry, that the other game that's going to compete with this game is Space. And oh wait, no, this game works. Like, I can play this game. I can transition from planets and go do things, and you know, yeah, the skills are a little bit different. They fell it went for a different paper. I thought Star Citizen was supposed to have, yeah. I thought Star Citizen was, they were talking about subscription for that too. Because I'm sorry, but they may not have one yet, but I thought that they were talking about subscription for that. Oh, is it just oh, okay, so there's currently no plans to I don't know how they're going to keep the server up and running. Like, unless they're just going to continue to sell ships afterwards, because you have to have some way for money to come into a game. Like, you can't play a game with no money coming in. And if you're depending on new people buying the game to start it and basically maintain it, it doesn't work that way. Look at Elite Dangerous. Elite Dangerous is the same way, and it's a little bit smaller, obviously a lot smaller than Star Citizen is. There's a lot less stuff to kind of have to worry about and render and run the servers with. But there's a lot of data in the background, and just the electricity to run the servers and stuff like that. So it's hard to do that for any length of time without losing your ass. And they may, once Star Citizen releases, they may have a large influx of people that come in, and that may allow them to run for a little while. But when you look at it and the bank account just keeps going down, you usually have to make some sort of changes. All right, I'm gonna go get probably gonna go get my Inquisitor. Go get the Inquisitor. KBLA. How you doing this morning, my friend? How is your life treating you? And thank you for the follow. Welcome to the tribe, my friend. Just got up. I've been up for 2.5 hours. My life is weird, man. I actually I work in the evening, so I usually catch Seraphis' stream right as it's time for me to kind of come home. I catch his stream kind of at work, and as long as he has transcoding, I can watch him while I'm at work a little bit. And then once I join him on my phone and just listen to him on the drive home. Mostly, Kiddo's just kind of nice. And then I wake up at 7:30 in the morning, because in order for me to be able to stream and continue doing what I do, I have to I had to find a spot to do it. So I wake up. I usually wake up early in the morning anyway. I was in the military for 15 years, so it's well. I would say it's hard for me to sleep in, but I had some stuff that happened in the past year, and I was sleeping in for a while there. My body just had enough. But I'm back, and so we get up, we stream at 8 o'clock in the morning. I stream till 11. I get off, go take care of the doggos, and get ready for work. Go to work, sit there for a while, get home, and do it all again the next day. Kiddo's just got up. Yeah, my kiddo is she's a bit older. He lives in another state now. But yeah, so we're just kind of chilling this morning. I went to go get stuff off the moon and bring it back. Almost crashed my shuttle. So instead of crashing my shuttle, I abandoned it. It's ran it completely out of fuel. I burned through all of my rocket boosters trying to keep from blowing it up. So I succeeded in not blowing it up, but yeah, now it's out of fuel, setting on somebody else's beam. I think my pretzel's upset with me. I need to reactivate my subscription with it. I stopped my subscription for Pretzel for a little while because I wasn't streaming, and I forgot. I'll reactivate my subscription. I like subscribing to Pretzel Rock just because they help support the artist. And the whole DMCA music where you don't get DMCA is I like it. It's yeah, it's not worth it. It really isn't. And especially if you guys stream, I highly recommend using Pretzel. Go check it out. It's DMCA music. It's stuff right in the license. Basically, you can play it for free. All you have to have is you have to give them access to your thing so that they can set that little message up there for you. But as long as you do that, then you can do it. I think they have limits on how many times you can play the songs or whatever. But even if you pay for the premium access, it's like $5 a month, and I think most of the money goes to the artist anyway. So like, and then like they have things that if you have, people can actually cheer with bits in the channel, and you can, if there's songs on press that you really like, you can request, big do song requests. It's a really good program. And then it basically pulls some of the bits off to one side and basically gives it straight to the artist. So it's actually it's a neat program, and I like supporting them, artists and stuff. Like, all joking aside, like, I kind of talk about it every once in a while, but paying somebody with exposure is kind of crap. Like, I can't pay my electric bill with exposure. I can't, like all joking aside, like but the joke I made the other day was, if I wanted exposure, I can just step outside and get that for free. Um, but artists still got to eat, and they still put work and stuff. So something that's made EDM music that's DMCA free, like it helps for me to be able to have. Yeah, I have no problem. If I'm using something, paying for it for being able to help out somebody or something like that. Like, it's like people got to eat, and they you have to make a living. And if you're trying to make a living, then why it is what it is. Like, you're trying to be a productive member. It's you're doing something you love, and a lot of times, especially people like that, they're starving artists. They're not, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not making money to live off of Twitch anytime soon. Like, we'll do a little bit. Like, we raise some money for charity. We raise a little bit of money here and there, but I'm not making a lot of money here. And I'm not doing this to make the money. Like, as much as I'd love to be able to what? As much as I'd love to be like, yeah, I'm a professional streamer and I just stay at home and play video games all day. Like, I don't see that happening anytime soon. And unfortunately, especially when you're trying to make Twitch as your primary goal in life, it changes the dynamic of the stream. It changes so much stuff. I don't know. It's just a bunch of pressure that it changes it. Yeah, and it can. So, as much as I'd love to have, this be a job and stuff, at the same time, like, I don't know, like, it'd be hard to depend on something like this for my livelihood. Like, don't get me wrong, like, if I retired and I had a 401k coming in, and I had retirement stuff like that, and I was just doing this on, hey, well, if I do this and I make a little bit of money today, then I get a cheeseburger instead of a turkey sandwich for dinner. Like, as long as my basic needs are met, and then this is like extra, then yeah, dude, I could do this. Like, that'd be great. But trying to do this as your primary, like, that's scary. The people that do it, man, like, more power to them. Like, that's unless you're like well, I can't even say his name anymore. But unless you're, a big name that does this stuff, and you have hundreds of thousands of people coming and watching and stuff like that, makes it difficult. Yeah, dude. Please don't take that the wrong way at all. I'm here for the community. I'm here to raise money for Texas Children's Hospital, and I'm here to make friends. That's what I'm here for. That's what my goal is. I'm here for that. If other things come out of that, that's great. That's awesome. But I'm not counting on it. If that makes sense. And this isn't a you guys got. No, I don't give a crap. I prefer the money went to Texas Children's. I'm okay in my life. I have a day job. I have full coverage medical. My bills are paid for. For the most part, I'm okay. I'm here for the community to play a game that I enjoy, and to maybe raise some money for what I deem as a worthwhile charity. But yeah, I never this morning was a freaking never underestimate a small community morning. We raised. Now I gotta go do. My message thing over here is completely overloaded. I think I've had more subscribers today than I've ever had in the entire life of my channel. I gained more subscribers today than I've ever had in the life of my channel. And then we've raised $100 for Texas Children's today. Another $30 in donations. Today was an awesome day. And today's like this where we are raising money for the charity. We're doing so. Are you gonna come say hi? Come stick your nose in, and if you say hi, somebody might give you. They might hit the other button. Come here. Come say hi. No, you're not a lapdog. Come up here. Hey. Come say hi. Hey. Oh, say hi. I'm the Cinders. I'm neglected. Nobody ever loves me. I know. They don't believe you. All right, go lay down, baby. Good girl. Oh, that dog. All right, let's see. Turn the brake off. Let's do this. All right. But yeah, no, dude, I never underestimate this community. I never underestimate, it is amazing that what some of the smaller communities, and honestly, you get just a handful of good fans. And honestly, don't get me wrong, it's all a game. It's all me trying to figure out what works best. I'm trying to find a game that fits my play style, a community that appreciates my play style, combined with a game that doesn't have a large community, but that I expect to grow. Right? It's that balancing act of trying to stream on Twitch, especially with a smaller community, especially with a smaller channel, and it's trying to figure out how to play the game and find something that fits you, right? So I've been doing this. I've been streaming on Twitch for 7 years now, I think. Been very fortunate in some of the choices that I've made, things that I've done. with really awesome community members, people that hang out that are very, very awesome people. I've met some amazing people, but my other problem too is it's a problem and a blessing, right? Because the problem is I stream extremely early for an American, and so I stream pretty much prime time in Europe, and for an American, that's a weird time to be streaming. So obviously, if I was able to stream at a different time, I would probably do. The channel may do better. It may do worse. Who knows? This is the lot that I have. This is the time slot that works for my life and for me to be able to do what I need to do. So I meet a bunch of people on the other side of the pond, and it's great. But yeah, what are you gonna do? So I'm happy with it. We're doing good. The community's doing great. We have a bunch of really awesome people that come into the community and help and raise money for the charity, and it's awesome stuff. So well, and then this game too. Right now, playing Dual Universe, you have the fans, the people that truly want this game to succeed, are the ones that are still in the game, are still actively playing, are supporting the streamers and stuff. And as bad of a time as it is to start streaming this game, it's also a really good time to start streaming this, because there are a lot of people that do know about it. The game hopefully will release soon, TM. Nobody really knows when that will happen. So with the game hopefully releasing in the future, I'd actually say that about 50% of the people still think just the ignorance is bliss. Well, so here's my thing, right? Whether they do a wipe or not, no matter what happens to the server, whether I lose everything that I have and I have to start over, I'm still bringing the experience. I'm still bringing like the factory that I've built, like the lessons that I've learned from building the factory, the stuff like that. Like that's experience that I wouldn't have had. Like I would have had to learn all this stuff, and I've made some mistakes in my factory, and I'm definitely going to build it a different way. A much better streamlined, a much more expandable way. And the reasoning behind that is just because like my it's not really expandable right now. And so I've made some mistakes with that, which I've learned from. There are endless bugs, and Legion is literally make 20 ticket one post at the end of they decorate there. Tell me how papers broken. Yeah, and there are some issues. Like, and I haven't gotten to the PvP aspect of it, so I don't have those answers. I haven't. I probably won't do PvP unless I'm forced into it, because I'm out mining someplace I shouldn't be. But for the most part, I'm not going to do PvP. I don't have any want, need, or desire to do PvP. And I know there are a lot of people that really do want to do that, and I fully support their want to do that. I'm just glad that they're not blowing me up. I haven't had see, I don't know, like I've had, well, right now the servers are pretty much empty, so it makes it a lot different. But I haven't had, like, I know Serapis says that it was incredibly difficult for him to stream from Alioth. I've lived on Alioth the entire time, We're just now starting to slowly branch out to get other places. I do know Pete has some issues with his computer trying to get it to play nice. What's GFN? Yeah, we've seen some DC. Okay. Yeah, I have my laptop. Like we've seen DC, like where you think that the ship is one place, and like Pete's landed next to me, and like dude, you're not here. And then he like steps out and he just pops in. Yeah, so and like I said, the game's not perfect, and I maybe I just don't see a lot of the problems, but and I do know the PvP has got some issues. So it's the game's not perfect, but for what I want and how I want it to play it, and the things that I've been able to do in here, I am happy with it. And it is what it is. I know the devs are working on it. They may not be working, or are allowing us to know the information. But and the same, and they don't have enough purple in the game. Like that's definitely a problem too. I'm still gonna keep tweeting them. I've just been sending them pictures of different colors of purple. Oh yeah, there's a huge gap between the server and client. Now that you've mentioned it, like I've seen it. Yeah, I don't know if the radar is being. Yeah, I agree with that statement, and there are some issues. Like there's definitely some idiosyncrasies with how the game works and trying to convince it to do things. And I know they've changed recently how the voxels seem to snap together, and I know people have been having some issues with like the way the voxels are snapping together. Some things seem to have changed. I do also know that they're going to change the way that the Lua is done or something, and it's basically going to break all the Lua, which I'm just like, what the hell, dude? Like, you guys can't do that. Like breaking your modding community is not a good plan. Like destroying the modding community are destroying stuff that the modders have made. Not gonna work well. Like it's one thing, like you need to come out and be like, look, this is what's changed. This is how to fix it. This is the change you need to make. This is why we had to make them, and be very, very forthcoming. Yeah, it's like I love the game. Like I really, yeah. Dumpster fire or not, like I will sit in the dumpster and play this game until it is done, because I just, and the best way I can support them, well, I gave them a bunch of money, so there's that, because honestly, even when they initially, even in Kickstarter, I was like, oh my god, if they can pull this off, this will be my favorite game ever. But the best way I can support them is to try to stream it, be honest with people, and yeah, it is a dumpster fire. It does have some problems. It does have some issues. It is extremely. It could be optimized way better. Like right now, not telling you how much RAM I'm using. I forget to do the I'm currently using 26 gigs of RAM. Oh, why? Okay, I guess we're live. Guess if you hit Control Alt Delete when you're flying, it engages your brake. So we'll leave the brake engaged till we land. We'll try it again. Yeah, so I'm currently using 26 gigs of RAM. This game caused me to spend $150 on my laptop. I went from 16 gigs of RAM. Actually, that's not true. I didn't spend $150 because I sold my old RAM for $40. So I spent $110. So I upgraded from 16 gigs of RAM to 32 gigs of RAM, which is the maximum I could put in my laptop, which I never thought I would ever do. So I have 32 gigs of RAM in my laptop now, and I bought a $50 laptop cooler. So it's just it's a Thermaltake freaking 17-inch freaking laptop that's got a 200mm fan that blows directly onto the bottom of my laptop. And then I run the fans at pretty much max to try to keep it from burning itself down, because my laptop was getting a little warm. So the game, whatever power you have in your computer, this game will use it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you're running. This game will use everything that you have available to you. Right now, I'm running it on an i7-5960X. It's got 8-core, 16 hyperthread running at 4.4 gigahertz. It's overclocked. The entire top of my case is nothing but 2 radiators. There's 2 420 radiators up there. It's got 2.5 liters of water in it to try to keep the processor cool. And this game is responsible for the highest temperature I've ever seen on that processor. It was up in 70 degrees Celsius, which for a processor, honestly, is like, whatever, 70 degrees, whatever, who gives a crap? But I ran freaking benchmarking programs on it and couldn't get it above 60. This game pushes it to 70. So yeah, my laptop same way. I've gotten it to where it will run on my laptop, but it's a 7700 H2, 32 gigs of RAM with a 1060 video card in it. So it's quite a bit less. This one has a 2080 Ti in it, and it uses all of it. So it says it will run on a potato, meaning I think it says 16 gigs of RAM on an i5 with like a 1060 or 1050 in it. I don't know if I would try that. It will not run well on that. And you would think if those are the advertisement specs, it should run decent. It shouldn't run freaking like oh, it's so pretty, it's so great, but it should run decent. Not so much. Good news is I'm close to my probably should have just left the atmosphere and come back. Yeah, too close now. But yeah, so like I said, it has some problems. It's not the best optimized game out there. It's got some problems, but it's a very ambitious game. And all I can say is, no matter how bad this game runs, no matter how much the desync, how the lag, whatever it is, the game still functions. Like, I can still play it. Like, Pete can go and build his factory, and he can do what he needs to do, and I can go over and help him, and bounce back and forth, and we can still interact with each other. We can still help each other. If I need ore or something, like, he can bring it over, or I can take it over there. Like, the game functions. It functions. Space Engineers does not function. No matter how much we try in Space Engineers, building some of the ships, just some of the ships I have in this game, and just the ones I have. We're not even talking about like Seraphis or Drax or any of those guys. Some of the ships that I have, which are medium cores, stuff like that, would cause massive problems in Space Engineers. Now, granted, we were trying to build bases that were, on the moon and stuff like that, but hell, people here have built frickin' space elevators. Like, I run into them all the time. Like, there's space elevators that are here and function in the game. Like, the ore processing manufacturing runs while you're offline. Like the fact that half the stuff in this game actually functions is amazing, and a big reason why I'll probably continue to play the game. Seems to be a lot of stuff out there that's going up as salvage. That's a lot of stuff. Oh, when did that come out? And I know a lot of people are upset about PvP too. I'll press off. Oh, now I've got to go click on it. June 6th and 7th. Oh yeah, so last night. So I didn't want to give everyone maybe a review of the objectives, parent of the universe. Never ending labor of love. Like we get that part. That's after close to 2 years of testing versus maker, we decided to prepare the game for launch. Okay. Okay. I need to go look at that again. It shows up like sometimes like get it closer because I'm going to pick this thing and put it on top of this. All right, let me go. Now that I've landed, let me read this. All right. Continues at full speed. We're spending the lion's share of our focus right now on fixing bugs, stabilizing the game, improving backend systems, and overall giving quality to the game. We're close to deploying a brand new feature that we expect will be a hub for creators and merchants alike together and present themselves to other players. Anyone who wishes to participate and advertise their shop, service, or any other point for the also working hard. Okay. So, what does that mean? I hope that means that they're going to allow our shop to show up in the market. That would be great. But it says it'll be open to anyone to participate and advertise their shop, museum, service, other points of interest. But it sounds more like some way in the VR people's things. So it sounds like a VR thing, like a new category in VR or something. I was working hard to deliver the promise of our Kickstarter backers that support us from the beginning. New shipping partner, physical rewards. I didn't get the physical rewards, digital rewards through major updates of 2022. initial web-based versions of DAX. The web-based versions of DAX, I'm not sure how that's going to go. Because the whole point of a DAC is to be able to sell it to you in game. But if I have to sell it to you in game and then go to a website and transfer it to you, there could be some issues with that. Our team continue to analyze game data and read our feedback, focus the efforts most effective. These are plans and changes with the development of the game. But looking to the future, we want to share some of what we currently have planned for upcoming content updates in the universe. Flotillas are a new feature we're developing that will allow players form temporary groups of constructs. These will help identify friend from foe as if your foes haven't already infiltrated your squad. Improve many different aspects of the group play, like behavior for confidence, piracy, and more. Looking to is adding recycling, which will enable players to better manage their inventory by turning parts of broken or unwanted elements back into components. That would be great. That would be awesome, because I have a bunch of crap right now that I need to get rid of. We want to expand PvE with the goal of helping players bring the game world to life and improve the story in which everyone experiences the game. One of the area focus goals is complex, interactive, and oriented. Power management system. A good way to consider how energy will work is to look how contract maximum speeds have changed. Players must decide how to specialize each ship, and similarly must make choices on how to best distribute power across their construct. Across their constructs. Which means that you're going to have a power limit on all your constructs. Which means that you're going to have an account power limit. Yeah. I get it. It will limit the amount of things that people can build, and it's going to limit the amount of stuff. But yeah, that's not. It's hard to implement a power idea afterwards unless you're going to allow us to make more power. And the way this game is going, I don't think they're going to allow us to make power. I think it's going to be you're going to have a power limit, and you're going to have to put stuff into traits to open more power. Increase the quantity of discovered planets, moons, will aspect biomes. These planet size, much like the biggest developed by Green Forest territory. Oh wow! So that'd be allow people to be able to have their own asteroid. Resource intensive features we have to tackle with planetary warfare brings significant change to the game. Before we can achieve it, we need to bring PvP into a more mature state. And territory warfare is important game system. Many of you need to help us fight ancient fights, generate data to analyze and improve the system. I'm not sure the planetary warfare, if that's everything that hell's going through there. I wonder if it's mad because I have the website over it. That's showing up on the screen, or is it just? Oh, okay, I get it. Pretzel Rots is blinking through. Okay. Planetary warfare. If somebody can come in and take over my base, I'm not going to be happy about it. We're looking to improve and reduce in the future. Now let's discuss the topic of a reset. Okay, finally something. We have seen many posts across the Discord, our forums, and social media. We've heard their frustration. Many of you are waiting for the decision whether or not we're going to reset. Let me assure you that no matter what, okay, so we're not getting an answer. We decided we will not be reset back to square one. Of the different options we've been discussing the case of reset, we are certain that you will keep your core blueprints, including blueprints owned by an organization that. Okay, so you're going to have to own your core blueprint. You can't pick up somebody else's. Also looking to other important parts of the game progress could be kept if we do a reset. Yes, the internal discussion about a possible reset does continue, but it's no exaggeration to say that this is the most significant decision we currently have to make for the universe. We apologize to our players' engagement with us. Everyone knows that here at Nova Corp we're able to wait today to share concrete. Next time, thank you. So at least you'll get your core blueprints, which means that if you have a blueprint bought from somebody else, you may not be able to do that. But then the question is so because then in here, so like so like this hover thing, right? So this is a core blueprint for I just found it. I don't know what the hell it is. Actually, I made that one, so it doesn't matter, right? So, but the item. Does this thing tell me that? Do I have any other one? Is this thing? I don't know if the blueprint actually tells me. Like once I place it, I think it may tell me who originally made it. So then the question is it going to how does that work? Like which blueprints do I get to keep? If I just have a core blueprint, do I get to keep that? If do I need to especially for voxel sets to go and make sure I get those things transferred into a blueprint that I completely own. Like, or will it actually even work if I have Cage come over and once I get done repainting the Orca, like after the reset, is he gonna have to stem me another blueprint, or still so many questions unanswered. Even being able to do this, like right here, and it's just locked in. Like now, magically, it's now going to be part of the ship. Like just being able to lock the ship in, and it's kind of mad right now because I'm standing on the ship and it doesn't like it to stand on the ship. You just stay there. It's like that little spot was almost made for this. It's all right. Yeah, so it doesn't help a lot. It does say, and then but that's the other side too, is obviously if the wipe happens, like the money item stuff like that's gone, right? It almost has to be. That's the whole reason to do a wipe, right? That makes sense to. Concentrate on getting like ship off the ground without dying. No. But yeah, the fact that I can fly over, pick up my other ship, stick it on this ship, and then just literally that quick and just I'm gone. But yeah, so at least we have some information. So they are working towards release. So hopefully we'll release soon. Not too soon. Fix some stuff. Nothing about the beta or the wipe other than we now have, and they said in their initial post, hey, look, you're going to keep your blueprints. Like you have to. If you wipe all the blueprints from the creators of this game, you're gonna destroy them. They're gonna kill them. And that will kill the game. Like, and don't get me wrong, like I don't know everybody. Like I'm still learning, but if you delete all the loaded stuff, Serapis stuff, Drax stuff, Captain's Customs, that whole group of people, whether you like their ships or not, it's irrelevant. Whether you think they make good ships or not, it's irrelevant. There are people that like their stuff, and if you cause Loaded to leave in Serapis, and like I don't think you'll ever cause Serapis to leave. Not as long as there's people playing the game and the community's good. He's like me. Like I'm here. As long as the community's here and there's people that are here to support, I'm here. We're good. But if you cause Loaded and Captains and those guys to leave the game because they have to start over making all their stuff, like you killed the game. The game will die. Let's see if we can get up out of the atmosphere here and get us a little bit more speed. But yeah, so that stuff has to be able to stay. The big problem we're going to have now is, how is that going to interact with, because it specifically said in their core blueprints, right? It didn't say that we're going to be able to keep our regular blueprints. It said you can keep your core blueprints. And then it's a question of, if somebody else made a core blueprint, gave it to me, do I get to keep that or does it get wiped? And that may be going back to the alpha wipe and seeing how that worked to answer that question. Because I have a feeling it's going to be something very similar. But yeah, so at least it's something. At least they're listening. At least they'll respond. But like, and it's hard. It is hard as a development team to make statements like that and not have a massive amount of kickback. And like, how do you do it? You answer it and freaking put information out there. And take the risk of upsetting people. Do you just remain silent, take the risk of upsetting people? So if you do nothing and that upsets a few people, is that better or worse than saying something or doing something and then upsetting a lot? So it's a hard, difficult. It's a difficult decision. Like, and I'm glad I don't have to make it. I make it for my channel all the time. I've just decided, especially when it comes to the channel and stuff like that, I'm just transparent. This is what it is. This is what's going on. There's things that I've put in Discord that I announced that, like, I've announced stuff in Discord before I've told the family about it, because the community is that important to me, and I think it's important for people to understand what's going on, whether what's happening, because if I take 5 months off where I don't stream, I think that the community deserves an explanation for my action. So whether they're good or bad, whatever it is, like if somebody's upset about it, like I can't control that. But I think it's important to allow people to know what's going on. But it's hard to do with it. But like I said, it's easy for me to say stuff like that because I don't depend on this for my livelihood. I depend on this for a few extra cheeseburgers. Like when the money from Twitch comes in, I'm like, oh, money from Twitch, that's great. Like I'm not depending on it to make my car note this week. I'm not depending on it to pay for my light bill or something like that, or my insurance, or like medication that I might. I'm not depending on it for that. So it's very easy for me to not to be more transparent and not put not have to worry about the consequences as much. Whereas if you have a company, you have hundreds of people, or I don't know how many people work at NovaCorp, but it's for doggo treats. Oh, the money coming in. Yeah. Yeah. Don't tell the doggos that, though. But yeah, it's just it is what it is, and it's easy for me to sit here in backseat and go, well, this is easy to do. All you have to do is this. Like, I don't know why it's so hard. Like, why is it difficult? Like, it's easy for me to say stuff like that when I'm not having to, like, it's easy to make decisions after the fact. They're like, oh, well, if you'd have just told us, then more people may be playing right now. And the problem is they come out, and honestly, with that statement, I stand by the statement that I've made, that I think pure speculation. I believe as a community we should be get ready for a wipe. If you're not prepared for a wipe, you are not going to be a happy person. Prepare for a wipe. So I would get prepared for a wipe. I would use this time to learn and figure out things. And then at that point, if a wipe doesn't happen, a wipe didn't happen. You have some stuff. But if a wipe happens, you're like, I knew it. You can move on. Friday, my last packet did arrive at home. Then the fun start to finishing escape from puzzle. But with that statement, I think a wipe is coming. And the statement I made was, I believe a wipe is coming. I believe NovaCorp is afraid they have to do a wipe because I don't see a way through this without doing a wipe. They just don't want to come out and say that they're doing a wipe, because as soon as they say we're doing a wipe, the servers are dead. The servers are dead. If they come out today and said, in a month we're going to do a wipe, the servers are dead. Nobody will log in. Like, I'll probably still log in because I just love the game that much, but it's going to be a massive amount. Like, you think the servers are dead now? Like, it's people will be gone. Because there's no reason, right? There's no reason to continue to do it as soon as that happens. So that's why they don't want to say, and it is what it is. They want to have people prepared, so they don't want to upset people, but there's no way around it. The servers are too screwed up. The economy's too screwed up, and now a wipe's not going to fix the economy. Like, the economy's still going to be screwed up. It's just going to, it's going to reset. It'll be okay for a couple of months, and then it's going to get screwed up again. Because all joking aside, and I kind of made this comment at somebody's stream, and it kind of got, people, like, how could you say that? But honestly, dude, I played enough MMOs. With the limited knowledge I have right now of this game, if I had 100 people or so, and we actually could sit down and put a plan together, dude, we could destroy some stuff. Like, you're like, oh, hey, the game's gonna release on this day. The server's gonna get wiped. The game's gonna release. Oh, if you were in the beta and you have access, then you get a couple of days early access. If you get or a week early access or whatever, like, you could destroy some people. Taking an AC adapter, going to strip the cable and connect it to a magnet. Oh my god. Oh, please be careful playing with electricity. Oh, get my but the and all joking aside, if you have a group of people and you can all kind of get together, like, you can, like, so it's not hard, right? All we do is go, okay, so I've got my account, so my main account, I'm gonna work on my piloting skill. Okay, makes sense. My brother's account, I'm gonna have him work on the skills for refining ores. My account, I'm gonna have working on having the production stuff work better, right? Pete, his main account, he's gonna work on either piloting on his main account, because he needs piloting to fly also, or he could work on container upgrades or something. His alt account is going to be working on getting mining, the mining units to work better, right? And you just go through that and go, okay, well, all right, so now we found out that, okay, we have 5 people that all want to work on making ships better. This guy's going to increase fuel tanks. This guy's going to increase cargo capacity. This guy's going to increase hovers and boosters. This guy's working atmospheric engines. This gal's working on space engines, right? This one's working on brakes, right? You just go through, and then we have to have 15 people go through it and apply talents to a ship to get it maxed out. But you would have a maxed out ship in 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, we can have completely maxed out ship that we're turning out, even low level, like beginner ships, because that many talents onto a ship that quickly, the ship's going to be it's going to be able to outperform everybody else. And then at that point, we're like, okay, well, we know that we have to have asteroid mining is where we want to get our ore from. Okay, so we're going to build a bare bones, ship, or a bunch of bare bones ships. We're going to stick asteroid detectors on them. We're going to go to the space, and we're just going to, like, okay, you 10 people over here, all you guys are doing, you guys love mining, that's fine. Build your surface mining skills. This guy's going to be your pilot. You guys are going to go out and clear asteroids. Bring the ore back, dump it in the factory. We'll make you better ships. And all joking aside, like, that's how you do it. And that's how organizations should be set up. And if you do have those set up that way, which is what you should be doing in an org anyway. And then you just have everybody kind of clustered together, so that way you have this guy's making engines, this guy's making containers, right? And then you have the guys making containers who try to force into as far as you can to containers as fast as you can, and just start churning containers out, and get people storage, get people, everything that you need to improve. So you build containers faster, you build, production faster, and then you just rinse and repeat, and you go find out where the problem is, and you just fix that problem. I think you fix the next problem. And as long as you can do that, and you can do it quickly, yeah, you'll destroy some stuff. You'll take over a server really quick. But at the same time, like, you're going to be doing that. XVX is going to be doing it. Legion's going to be doing it. Boo's going to be doing it. Like, all the big orgs that are out there, they're all going to be doing the exact same thing. It's not a secret. It's not like I have some magic formula that nobody knows about. Like, but if you're organized in the beginning, right, and the time to get organized is now. Back later, it depends on what I decide when I get downstairs. And no worries. Oh geez, it's 11 o'clock anyway. It is time for me to go find some place. We're doing all right on stuff. Let me see. Yeah, so we're doing okay. Those are maxed out. Oh, good. We got the extra small receivers. I need to get the medium receivers to see where. Make sure that's making right. Calendars are starting to slowly build. Those things. Okay, these are almost all maxed out. The pressure plate's the only thing I have left there. So I set everything to a 2,000 limit because that's what was requested. So as I slowly start getting stuff closer and closer to those limits, I may drop the speeds down. That's likely less. But that is where we are. It is 11 o'clock. I don't know where I am. Let's see who else is. See if somebody else is up. We haven't raid Dink in a couple of days. We'll raid Dink. All right, we're gonna raid Dink night. Make sure you go over, tell them I said hi. We will see you guys tomorrow. Y'all be safe. Talk to y'all soon.